From Neural Newscast, I'm Noah Feldman.
And I'm Oliver Grant.
Today, the Bangladesh Nationalist Party claims a majority in the first election since the 2024 uprising. Voters also approve new term limits for the Prime Minister. It is a major shift for the nation of 170 million people.
We are also tracking an intense police search in Tucson for the missing mother of news anchor Savannah Guthrie, plus a new commitment from Washington regarding the future of the Transatlantic Alliance.
The Bangladesh Nationalist Party, or BNP, has declared victory in a landmark election. This vote could reshape the country's political future after years of intense rivalry and the recent fall of the previous administration. The election follows months of instability following the 2024 student-led uprising.
The Election Commission has yet to release the final official tallies. However, local media reports indicate the BNP has already crossed the 151-seat threshold. That is the number needed for a functional majority in the parliament.
Tarique Rahman is the 60-year-old party leader. He recently returned to the country after 17 years in exile. He is now positioned to form a government and lead a nation that is still reeling from the sudden departure of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina.
It is interesting to note the constitutional reforms that were on the ballot alongside the candidates. Nearly 60% of voters backed a move to finally impose prime ministerial term limits. This suggests a broad desire to prevent the kind of long-term consolidation of power seen in previous decades.
The electorate appears to be demanding more accountability, but the transition is not entirely smooth. The Islamist Jamaat-e-Islami Party is already raising concerns. They have pointed to what they call unusual delays in the reporting of specific seat results in rural districts.
That friction is worth watching. The BNP has historically been part of a dynastic system. Many of the 2024 student protesters were hoping for a complete departure from that political model. They want new faces and a break from the two-party dominance of the past 30 years.
International recognition is flowing in despite those internal tensions. Congratulations from the United States, China, India, and Pakistan all arrived on Friday. This suggests the international community is eager for stability in the region.
In other news, law enforcement activity has surged in Tucson, Arizona. Investigators are pursuing a significant new lead in the disappearance of 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie. She was last seen at her home nearly 2 weeks ago.
Armed police and SWAT teams were seen at a residence just 2 miles from her home. This escalation follows the discovery of foreign DNA at the original scene of her disappearance. Forensic teams have been working around the clock to identify a potential suspect.
Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos confirmed that his department is actively working a lead. While he did not provide specific details on the DNA match, he indicated that the investigation has moved into a more aggressive phase. Community members have held several vigils as the search continues.
It is a distressing situation for her family. That includes her daughter, NBC News anchor Savannah Guthrie. Authorities now believe the older woman was taken against her will and have issued an urgent plea for any doorbell camera footage from the surrounding neighborhood.
Next, we turn to a significant diplomatic signal from Washington. It involves the future of European security and the American role in global stability during a time of transition.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has explicitly told European partners that the United States will not abandon the Transatlantic Alliance. This comes despite ongoing domestic policy shifts and questions about the future of defense spending.
This reassurance arrives as European leaders seek clarity. They want to know if American commitments to NATO and regional security remain a top priority. There has been concern in Brussels and Berlin that the U.S. might pivot away from its traditional leadership role.
Rubio's stance suggests a push for continuity in a complex geopolitical environment. Traditional alliances are being tested by both internal and external pressures. He emphasized that a strong Europe is in the direct national interest of the United States.
It is a clear attempt to maintain institutional stability. The administration appears to be balancing a different set of strategic objectives with the need for reliable partners on the world stage.
I'm Noah Feldman.
And I'm Oliver Grant. Thank you for listening. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.